What's going on, everybody? I am the Kilted Cajun, and I would like to take a brief little moment to talk about video games. Why? Because, hey, I like video games. And this one in particular, Armored Core 6, I'm having an absolute blast, but everything going on around the internet has me laughing hysterically. Apparently, people are demanding refunds. And I look forward to Stephanie Sterling's video about Armored Core 6 and accessibility and how you just have to have an easy mode. No, Armored Core 6, it does not have a difficulty slider. Difficulty does not equate to accessibility. Get your head out of your ass. Uh-oh, I cursed within the first minute. Anyway, when this article from Games Radar has me chuckling like an idiot. Armored Core 6 players can't believe how tough the tutorial boss is. And all I can think of is, did you not know who made the game? From Software is rather notorious for making unforgiving video games. My first experience with From Software was Elden Ring. And I was hesitant. And then I heard a lot of people, it was fun, it was beautiful, and I do not regret purchasing it. When they announced Armored Core 6, I was giddy as a schoolgirl. It's a kilt, not a skirt, people. I was excited. I played it day one, and I did not regret it. It took me an hour and a half to get the tutorial boss down. And honestly, he's not even the worst one. Balteus is a son of a... Anyway... Other players are just frustrated with its combat in general. Well, I hate to say this, I don't want to be that guy, but this is a get good scrub game. Okay? You are going to face difficult bosses. Extremely difficult bosses where all you have to do is take a breath, take a moment. Don't smash your controller. Xbox and PlayStation controllers are expensive. This is not a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo controller where you can smash it, take it apart, and put it back together, and it'll work fine. Why would I say that? No reason. No reason whatsoever, believe me. Anger management, Mega Man, thank you very much. It's a game that has, just like Elden Ring, just like Souls games, the bosses have tells. They have patterns. I think Balteus has patterns. Balteus, whatever. Screw that boss. They have tells. You have a HUD that says beep, 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 beep. You're about to get smashed in the face. And if you're fast enough, you can dodge out of the way. If you're slow, you get smashed in the face. You rebuild your mech. Redo your armored core. And try again. I've done that so many times. I go up against the boss, and I get ruffle stomped. And I go, okay, maybe I can be a little bit faster. And I do it. But my goodness, what on earth were you expecting in a From Software game? Difficulty. And no difficulty slider. There's no easy mode. There's no super hard mode. There's just the game. And I absolutely love it. It gives you a challenge. But let's see what this wonderful article has to say. Fires of Rubicon's tutorial boss is proving plenty difficult for a lot of players out there. I went back and beat the tutorial boss. It took me 3 tries. The first time it took me an hour and a half. After playing the game and learning how the mechanics and the movement, which are absolutely fantastic, I don't care what anybody says, the movement of these armored cores, the ACs, is... I love it. Absolutely love this game. From Software's first Armored Core game in over a decade has just launched, but heaps of players, it's still successful, are already struggling with the early hours of it. Kind of like Elden Ring, huh? It turns out that many people are having a tough time conquering Armored Core 6's opening boss, which is considered the tutorial boss. Yes! Yes. It teaches you things. It teaches the staggering mechanic. It teaches you how to air dodge and move around and the basics of the game that you're going to use. Mechanics you're going to use for the rest of the game. And again, From Software. Do you not know who made this game? Now there is one fight that took me 6 hours. I did not spend the entire 6 hours. I went off. I had to buy new parts, new weapons, new this, new that. So, but grand total, Balteus, this aggravating son of 6 hours. From 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Oh God, that's almost 8. Probably about 8:30. Oh Lord. The thing is, once I beat him, it was an achievement. It was a glorious experience. And not all the bosses are this difficult. Some of them you'll only go through them 2, 3, 4 times. Maybe spend 30 minutes. You'll learn the mechanics. You'll learn the tells. You'll learn all these things. Armored Core 6 is an absolutely fantastic game. But apparently the subreddit, one post claims roughly half of Armored Core 6's negative user reviews on Steam are from players who can't beat the opening boss. Still sitting at a very positive overall rating? While it's true that a fair few negative user reviews paint a damning picture of the AH-12 HC helicopter boss, with one user calling it completely unnecessary. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's completely unnecessary. I think it's a good sign of what's to come. Oh, anybody saying that the first opening tutorial boss is completely unnecessary, wait till you get to this bastard. Vast majority of user reviews seem to be focused more on the overall design as well as its keyboard and mouse controls. Well, I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, so I have no idea. This is just Sekiro with an Armored Core paint job, and it suffers for it, in my opinion. Well, your opinion is It's garbage. The only thing that I absolutely can't stand in this game is the corny and terrible dialogue. Some of the dialogue is a bit wonky. One of the military guys is very gung-ho, very Sergeant Slaughter, and I kind of dig it. It's pretty cool. Some of it's over the top, some of it's not so much. The story is very interesting. Is this a review of Armored Core 6? Maybe it is. This is not a game for the faint of heart. This is not a game for people who are not interested in putting in the time. And believe me, if you play this game, you are going to put in some time, especially with this prick. Yes, I harp on this. Yeah. Balteus, the greatest humbler of From Software's Armored Core revival, will be many players' brick wall. Nope. He was an aggravation, a pain, but I beat him. 6.5, 7, 8, God, I don't even know how long. But the idea that players can't believe how tough a boss is, I don't care if it's the tutorial boss, the last boss, the midway boss, you can't believe that a From Software boss is difficult. And I've seen a few other posts that once you figure it out, it's a very gratifying thing. Once you figure it out, get the right build, whether it's speed to get away from this move or that move or whatever, once you got it figured out, it becomes a lot easier. Get good scrub is not derogatory. It's just another way of saying try a different build, try something else, but ultimately sometimes not every game is for everyone. And maybe, just maybe, instead of jumping into the fire that you have no idea what's going on, wait for people to talk about the game. Wait for it to be out for a few days instead of suffering from FOMO. I'm guilty of suffering from FOMO. I'm waiting for Starfield to download. I played Armored Core 6 the moment, 11 p.m. for me. I played it the moment it came out and spent an hour and a half of the 2 hours that I played on one boss. It is what it is. I'm having a blast. If you bought the game, I hope you're having a blast too. But let me know what you think. Surprised that an Armored Core 6 boss from Software Games is difficult. Anyway, leave a like, leave a dislike. I appreciate you making it this far. Have a good one.